It is going good so far, other than a technical glitch, but we stick with it. All right. And while we're waiting on the drivers to get out there, we'll look at the starting lineup. It's going to be Dirt Devil David Garman on the front row with Kevin Reed, then Harley Barletta, Kyle Holden, Jason Rome, Steven Gibson, Zach Henson, J.J. Parr, Aiden Trevette, and Matt Johnston round out the top 10. Then you've got Jeff Hinkle and Rick Sargent, 11th and 12th. In 13th, you got Richie West. 14th is Kellen Mitchner. Larry Ashby and Bill Percy, 15th and 16th. 17th is Scotty Too Hottie Snodgrass. Mike Smith is 18th. 19th is Nicole That's What She Said Creasel. And RJ Buchanan is number 20, rounding out our field. As the pace car starts to roll off, they are anxious to get going. You can see it already. Here they come off of pit road. And thank you for the host. Really appreciate that. That is a huge help to me and to the league. And send me a message later if you don't mind on how to do that. That's another one of those things you could teach me how to do. Alrighty. David Garman and Kevin Reed going to lead him around. Harley Barletta will be one to watch tonight. As always, he is one of the best at saving tires and going the furthest and being the fastest on the long run. But Kyle Holden is another one out there that is extremely fast here. And, of course, you've got Aiden the Kid Trevette back there in 10th. He's going to be looking to come to the front very, very quickly. Several cars out here trying to get locked into the playoffs tonight. We'll see if they get it done. Pace car is off. Waiting. Garman leads them down. Green flag in the air. And here they go, and Garman and Barletta get a good jump. As they go off into one, it is still Garman, Barletta, and Jason Rome up there as well. Kevin Reed drops back into 4th. They are settling out. Mid-pack, we've got Aiden the Kid Trevette in the 11. He is charging up through the field. He is already up to 7th. He is definitely on the move here tonight. And race sponsor Richie West started in 13th. He's taking it easy. He said he was better on the long runs. Currently running in 14th. They're 3 wide on the first lap. That is Bill Percy to the outside of Scotty Too Hottie Snodgrass. Back up front, it is still Garman and Barletta, but here comes Jason Rome. And Jason said he had a really good handle on the car before the race. He felt like in the long run he was going to be very difficult to beat. As Harley Barletta making a move for the lead right now on the outside. Now they have the multi-groove is working. And we saw a little bit of that in the truck race last night. These guys hopping up there to the high line. So we'll see if that high line comes in, and it looks like Harley Barletta is definitely making it work through 3 and 4. The fastest line off 3 and 4 is the high line. The fastest line through 1 and 2 is down low. But it looks like Barletta is going to be able to make the pass for the lead. He's going to try and go get some bonus points. Harley is locked in after a win at Atlanta. Dave's locked in after a couple of wins, one of them at Daytona Road. Jason Rome starting to make a move to the front now. And you can check out all the points and stats you could ever want and more at BRRpoints.com. We have the Truck High Speed Series and Cup Series schedules and points there. Jason Rome is the man kind enough to keep track of that stuff for us. Right now, the biggest mover so far of the night is Aiden Trevette up there to 8th place, but he has got Zach Henson and Matt Johnston right behind him. And as they come around, since they've got a little bit of a battle going on here, let's ride along with Mr. Johnston as he comes through 3 and 4. We'll do a lap or so with him. There he is running that low line in 3 and 4, needing as much distance as he can to get up. He's down below the yellow line on the front straightaway. That allows a 24 on the outside to take an advantage. That outside line just carries so much more momentum off of 4. And Henson manages to retake the position, but Johnston's still right there with him and with the 11 car. And this track is extremely abrasive. It does wear the tires down. You've got to be very, very careful. As Matt Johnston comes around to complete lap number 8. Matt's still there to the outside, but that is a lap around this track in about 30 seconds. The leaders are running about 29.7s right now. And that is a significant number because these tires are at their best at this moment. They will get worse in the next 5 laps or so. They will really start to fall off. These guys will have to stretch their tires 30 laps at least. It is worth noting, if we do not have a caution, they will throw a competition caution at lap 60. And Nick Fancy Frank in the chat. Good evening, Nick. Jason Rome, another one on the move. He is up 2 spots, started in 5th. He is up to 3rd now. Aiden Trevette started in 9th, up to 7th. Matt Johnston, 10th, started 10th. He's up to 8th. The biggest mover so far, though, is that 22 car right now, Scotty Too Hottie Snodgrass. He started back in 17th. He is up to 13th and continues to charge forward as he chases down Richie West. And it looks like he's going to get a run on Richie here. Yes, indeed, he has a run to the outside. He's carrying a lot more momentum. We'll see if he can make that happen going down into turns 1 and 2. Can't quite get there yet, but give Scott a couple of laps. I guarantee you he's going to be coming around. Looks like RJ Buchanan may already be off track. Nicole, that's what she said. Creasel back there currently running in 19th. She said she was going to be taking it easy early on and trying to move to the front later in the race. We'll see what happens. I know she's been getting extra practice in. She had to move over the last few months, and that kind of put her behind on getting practice and getting some seat time. She's trying to get back to that. And regardless of how much practice there is, if we're at Daytona, Talladega, or iRacing Superspeedway, any of those high draft tracks, Nicole Creasel is definitely one to watch. She is always in the top 2 or 3 at those tracks. Jason Rome is another one that's good on those tracks, but he's been putting in a lot of extra practice here lately, getting some tips and some help from a lot of different guys, and he has definitely improved his 1.5 mile game. He is up to 3rd here. He's been a force to be reckoned with in these races every single week. And while we're at it, we're going to go take a quick... Yeah, and that is true. The middle line through 3 and 4 is quick until those tires fall off. And then it becomes an utter struggle. Just taking a quick look at BRRpoints.com. The guys locked in so far into the playoffs: Harley Barletta, AJ Godsey, Kellen Mitchner, Jared Heasley, JJ Parr, David Garman, Zach Henson, and Kyle Holden. We talked about that before the race, but that is significant because 2 of the guys locked in, and both are within the top 12. AJ Godsey is on vacation with his family in Florida. Jared Heasley is drowning in the rain in Tennessee at Bristol. So 2 of those guys being out is definitely an advantage for some of these guys that aren't locked in. Aiden Trevette could pick up some points tonight. Hinkle could pick up some points tonight. Stephen Gibson and Rick Sargent also could pick up some points tonight. Matt Johnston is 1 point outside of the playoff cutoff line. Kevin Reed is 24 points outside that line, and a race sponsor, Richie West, is 28 points outside that line. So there's several guys that could be back in the points running here with a couple of good races. Now, next week we go to Watkins Glen, the road course, and that's going to favor a guy like Kellen Mitchner, David Garman, both of whom are already locked in. So we'll have to see how that plays out as well with the points. Some of these guys put in a lot of extra practice for those road course races. Stephen Gibson has started in 6th. He is now up into the top 5. Aiden Trevette has picked up another spot there in the 11 car. He has taken 6th place from Kevin Reed. Kevin Reed back to 7th after starting in 2nd in the Finelli Ironworks car. He is definitely, I know he put in some extra practice this week. I also know he's dealing with a new set of pedals and was trying to get those working correctly, or his old pedals rather. He's had some struggles with his pedals lately. New ones are on the way. And a huge shout out to Mr. Larry Ashby in the Christy Mays restaurant car. He's the one that sent the new pedals to Kevin. A huge shout out to Larry for helping out. And that is one of the great things about the whole BRR League is the cooperation, the help everybody gives everybody else. Larry in the truck race last night was actually getting some coaching from Jeff Hinkle. And I know several of these guys have been helping others to get a lot quicker here recently. Meanwhile, Harley Barletta still up in the lead after 20 laps and starting to open up a gap on David Dirt Devil Garman. And I can't decide which way I like saying that better. Dirt Devil David Garman or David Dirt Devil Garman. I don't think he cares, but drop your suggestion in the chat. Tell me which way you like it better. All right. 21 laps complete. Harley has opened up a bit of a lead over Garman. There is Garman in 2nd. Currently Jason Rome in 3rd, but he's got a battle on his hands with the 4th place car, the number 18 of Kyle Holden. And it looks like Kyle is going to make a move here. 18 and 81 side by side down the back straightaway. Kyle can't quite get there yet. Kyle goes in a little bit higher into turns 3 and 4. But Jason definitely got a heck of a run. Ran a little bit lower, carried a little more momentum. Kyle is just hanging on to the back bumper. Kyle's going to duck low into turns 1 and 2. Jason stays high, lets him get by fairly. No, Jason's going to try and fight back on the outside. And they are both closing on David Garman. This is kind of a shocker. Garman and the 81 of Jason Rome now going to try the crossover move in 3 and 4. Can't quite get there. He's going to settle back into 4th. These two are going to run down Garman now. Meanwhile, Stephen Gibson up 1 spot to 5th. Aiden Trevette up to 6th, starting in 9th. Zach Henson holding on to 7th. Kevin Reed is back to 8th. JJ Parr is in 9th. And Jeff Hinkle rounds out the top 10. Hinkle is another one to watch on these 1.5 miles, especially the more abrasive tracks. He's quite good at these. And a valid point in the chat that we're going to start seeing some guys saving tires and trying to come on later in the run. We are 5 laps away from a point where they could easily pit and they could do their tire sets 30-30-30. I guarantee you we're going to see some people actually attempt that. Probably some people in the back, a Larry Ashby, a Mike Smith, maybe a Bill Percy. Bill is one that tends to save his tires and come on way later in the run. We've seen him stretch tires and fuel here at quite a few races to get up there and get a couple laps led. Meanwhile, it looks like Kevin Reed is about to lose another spot to J.J. Parr. Jeff Hinkle is right there as well. Kevin way high in 3 and 4. Looked like he did not get a very good entry there. Carries a little momentum, but Hinkle's definitely got him on the inside into 1 and 2. That's going to put Kevin back into 10th place. Kevin's another one not locked into the playoffs yet. Yeah, and that is a good comment. We are going to have several people trying to save a set of tires for later in the run. There will be some that will try and stretch those tires to the caution, the competition caution at lap 60 if we don't have a caution before it. As here comes Harley Barletta around to get the first victim of the leader. He is lapping Nicole. That's what she said, Creasel. Looks like Nicole might have scraped the wall at some point. Looked like she had a little bit of damage to the right side of her car. But some of these guys are going to try and stretch their tires as long as they can. They have 80% fuel, so they'll be able to get pretty close to, if not all the way, to the competition caution on their fuel load. If they can pull that off, then they are going to be able to have that extra set of tires in case a late race caution comes out. Get back out there on fresh tires. Looking at the lap times of Harley Barletta, his early laps, his fastest laps were 29.6 second laps. His best lap, was a 29.7. After 30 laps, he is 2 seconds, almost a full 2 seconds off that pace. He is still up there being pretty dominant with that. And something you don't see very often is he is substantially faster than David Garman. Kyle Holden still back there in third. He is still trying to run down the 06. That is David Garman right in front of him. Stephen Gibson has made his way up to fourth now. Aiden Trevette has worked his way up to fifth, and he is coming on fairly strong here. He's definitely one that knows how to go fast and save some tires, and you got to think some of that has to do with his real-world racing experience. Looking at some of these lap times here, or looking at the gaps, excuse me. And Aiden Trevette is definitely closing up to Stephen Gibson a little bit every lap. And looks like Zach Henson just picked up another spot as well. That's going to put Zach up to sixth place as he gets around Jason Roan. Jason spent quite a few laps battling the 18 car earlier, and you got to wonder, did he burn up his tires doing so? He was really good at saving tires in the trucks last night despite the battles, but we'll see if he's burned up his tires if he falls back anymore. And I'm just sitting here wondering about Kevin Reed. He is usually not one to fall this much. But he is back to 11th now and just got overtaken by race sponsor Richie West for 10th. Richie is now up to 10th. He started in 13th, so he's definitely one on the move as well. And they're all coming around Nicole Kriesel. Looks like she is struggling just a bit here tonight. And there is Rick Sargent on the inside in the 20 car. He's another one still in the points battle, trying to get a win to get locked in, but he is currently technically on the bubble. David Garman would be on the bubble, but he has 2 wins, Daytona road course and Richmond last week. So he's locked into the playoffs. That puts Rick Sargent on the bubble. Matt Johnston is only 3 points behind Rick and only 2 positions behind him on the track right now. So Matt is definitely, he is just outside of playoff range. We'll see if he can close back up on him. Harley Barletta continues to dominate. And we will go through the field real quick and take a look at where everybody's at. So Harley Barletta leads the field at lap 37. David Dirt Devil Garman is currently in second, followed by Kyle Holden. In the 18, he is third. Steven Gibson in the 21, now up to fourth, but he's about to have a challenge from Aiden the Kid Trevette in the 11 car in fifth, but not for long. Aiden's way down low coming through the tri-oval. He's going to have the preferred line going into 1 and 2. The Kid just sends it in there and picks up the position. That moves Steven Gibson back to fifth. Zach Henson in the 24 car, currently in 6th place. Jason Rome, he is running in 7th at the moment. JJ Parr currently in 8th in the 15 car. Jeff Hinkle in the 23. He is in 9th. Richie West now up to 10th in the number 1 car. Rick Sargent in 11th in the 20 car. Kevin Reed in the 64 all the way back to 12th, excuse me. Matt Johnston is 13th. Kellen Mitchner is currently 14th, but looks like he is starting to make a move here. He is another one that is very good at saving tires and coming back on the long run. We've seen him pull off some miracles doing that. And being one of the better road racers around, he definitely knows how to save the car. Scotty Too Hottie Snodgrass in the 22 is in 15th. Bill Percy back in 16th. There is Mike Smith in the 9 car. He is currently 17th. Larry Ashby in the 34 Christy Mays Restaurant. He is currently 18th. And Nicole, that's what she said, Kriesel is 19th. And she is the only car 1 lap down at the moment. As fast as Nicole's been lately, it's a little bit of a shock to see her that far back. She's really been, since she got her move completed, she's really been getting quite a bit better. We'll see if after the competition caution, she'll probably get waved around. We'll see if she can get back on the lead lap, see if she can get it done here tonight. Harley Barletta continues to dominate this race. Harley way out front after 43 laps with 17 laps until the competition caution. Harley's opened up a significant lead. We're looking at Nicole Kriesel being the only car a lap down, though, and looks like Harley might be about to lap her again. And it does look like Harley will be able to lap Nicole one more time before we get to the competition caution. So I do believe once she is 2 laps down, she'll get waved around to get 1 lap back. But if nobody else gets a lap back, that'll still leave her with a 1 lap deficiency. She gets way up into the wall and scrapes it. And it does look like Nicole is struggling with the handling. The tires are probably gone, and she is just trying to hold on until she can get to pit road. Looks like everybody's really trying to save their tires as long as they can. Trying to stretch this out to the caution. And I can tell Jason Rome in the 81 has come to pit road. And we saw Jason try this a couple of weeks ago at the Milwaukee Mile, trying to pit right before the competition caution were to come out. And that way he would gain a little bit of an advantage. We'll see if this pays off for him. He's been running in the top 10. Leader Harley Barletta now on pit road. That gives the lead back to David Garman. We'll see if he comes to pit road as he comes around Nicole. If Garman and it looks like Kyle Holden right behind him, if those two come to pit road, that might benefit Nicole. Looks like she's down on the apron to come to pit road. Garman's on pit road. Holden assumes the lead. And it looks like we are going to get a full cycle of green flag stops. Zach Henson in the 24 now on pit road. And it looks like the 81 of Jason Rome now off of pit road. Jeff Hinkle's come to pit road. Richie West, Rick Sargent, Bill Percy, Scotty Tuhati, Mike Smith, all on pit road. Nicole Kriesel did duck down onto pit road. So we started to see them cycle through about lap 45. We can expect to see some of them stop at the competition caution, and some of them are going to try and stretch this thing out, do 45 and 45, and that'll leave them with about 30 laps on their last set of tires. That will give an advantage to anybody who decides to stretch it. Stephen Gibson now on pit road. JJ Parr, Kellen Mitchner. Kyle Holden now coming to pit road. He's going to give up the lead. Aiden Trevette gives up second, comes to pit road. Kevin Reed will assume the lead if he does not come to pit road. Does not look like Kevin Reed skips past the pit road. He is going to assume the lead here. Harley Barletta now back out on track, currently being shown in 6th, but everybody in front of him except Kevin Reed is on pit road. So once green flags cycle around, Harley Barletta will resume the lead. And looks like Kevin Reed is slowing down. Yes, indeed, he is going to come to pit road. Harley Barletta is going to retake the lead here on lap 50. 10 laps till the competition caution. As they cycle around, we will get a look, and looks like everybody's going to come out about where they were. Harley Barletta back to the lead, 4.3 second lead right now. David Garman second, Kyle Holden third, Henson is fourth, Aiden Trevette is fifth. Richie West now up to 6th place after pit stops, and he is charging forward. Jeff Hinkle 7th in the 23. 8th place is Stephen Gibson. J.J. Parr is 9th. Kellen Mitchner now up to 10th. He started in 14th. Definitely a good pit stop by that team. Rick Sargent, Jason Rome, Mike Smith, Matt Johnson are and Bill Percy are 11th through 15th, and Larry Ashby, Kevin Reed 16th and 17th. Scotty Too Hottie in the 22s 18th. Now first car 1 lap down. And Nicole Kriesel still back there in 19th, struggling with the handling on that car. Nicole's having a rough night tonight. Now, it'll be interesting, really interesting to see who stops. Some of these guys only have 15 laps on their tires. Some of them only have 10 laps on their tires when the competition caution comes out here in just a moment. And while we're waiting for that competition caution, why don't you go hit that share button. Share it in your favorite iRacing groups. Share it to your friends, your family, neighbors, cousins, aunts, uncles, best friends. Tell your friends to share it. There's no Dirt Bristol to watch tonight, so you might as well get everybody watching this. They can at least get some cup racing in. Looking through, nobody had any real major issues on pit road. Everybody has been to pit road. 5 laps until the caution comes out. And it looks like Harley Barletta is about to lap Mike Smith. That is not what Scott Snodgrass wanted to see. That'll put Mike Smith in the lucky dog position. But Mike Smith might be able to hold Harley off just a little bit. As it looks like, trying to see who that is right behind Harley. Do believe that is Matt. Yes, that is Matt Johnston. He is trying everything he can to get his lap back the old-fashioned way, including scraping the wall out of 3 and 4 that last time by. See if Matt can hold on to it. Matt just outside of the bubble, just outside of the top 12 in points, trying to get up there and get back into contention. But currently we've got 13 cars, only 13 cars on the lead lap. Harley has, since the pit stop cycled through, we now have Matt Johnston, Larry Ashby, Bill Percy, Kevin Reed, Scott Snodgrass, and Nicole Kriesel 1 or more laps down. Harley is just putting on a clinic here tonight on how to drive around Kentucky. All right, when Harley comes back to the start-finish line, they will get a competition caution. We are going to try and talk to Mr. Barletta. And this will definitely show some pit strategy. We'll see who does what here. Will anybody try and go in? I can guarantee whatever the leader does, that's what everybody else is going to end up doing. Mike Smith manages to just barely stay in front of Barletta as they cross the start-finish line. Admin should throw a caution any moment. Okay. We'll keep waiting and see if they throw that competition caution. There might have been an on-track decision to not throw it. We'll have to wait and see. I guarantee you, if they throw it right now, Mike Smith is not going to be happy about it. We'll see what happens. Nope, no caution yet. They might have decided to run this thing out. We'll have to see what happens here, but Harley Barletta puts another car 1 lap down. That leaves just 12 cars on the lead lap, and the next car within striking distance is going to be the 81 of Jason Rome. He's currently running 12th place, tail end of the lead lap. And there is our caution as Harley Barletta put a couple more cars a lap down. Does look like it was an admin thrown caution a little bit later than expected, but there we have it. Harley Barletta continues to lead. David Garman is second, Kyle Holden third, Zach Henson fourth, Aiden Trevette is fifth, sixth is Richie West, seventh is JJ Parr, Stephen Gibson, then Jeff Hinkle and Rick Sargent round out your top 10. 11th Kellen Mitchner and 12th Jason Rome. 12th is the last car on the lead lap. And we are seeing just dominance by the 55 here. And now we'll have to see what pit strategy the 55 decides to use as he catches up to the pace car. Alrighty, we'll wait and see if Harley ducks down pit road. Don't want to distract him from trying to get to his pit box. And then we will pull him down and have a quick word. And it does look like Barletta is going to pit road. Garmin's on pit road. Kyle Holden, Zach Henson, Aiden the Kid Trevette stays out. Aiden trying to, looks like he's going to try and pick up some track position here. Try and stretch that tires and try some different tire strategy. Meanwhile, the 55 is trying to get to pit road, and we're going to talk to him. There he is. Harley, this is Doug in the booth. You got me, buddy?
How's it going, Dougie?
Hey, dude. Can anybody catch you?
Yeah. Actually, Kyle and Dave are pretty quick. I just been holding up a little bit. Been waiting for them to drop back, and then I start pushing it, saving a little tire, you know.
You are definitely you were dominant at Atlanta. This track races a lot like Atlanta, and the tire wear is very similar. Does a high tire wear track play to your advantage?
I don't know. I guess the only really high ones we run are 1.5 miles, so I don't know about the short tracks. Like, I know I burn them up on the short tracks, but that's just because I'm terrible at short tracks. So.
Well, man, continue to dominate it. You managed to lap quite a few cars, so your competition's getting smaller every time by, buddy.
Sounds great.
All right, man. I'll talk to you in a bit.
Doug.
And I tell you, another car I really need to talk to here is going to be the 64 of Kevin Reed. Let's see where he's at. He is just now coming to pit road, so we'll wait a little bit. Aiden Trevette currently on the lead lap. Let's see if we can talk to the kid. Aiden, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Got you, Doug.
Hey, dude. You're staying out where the rest of the leaders went in. You save enough tires to make this work?
I believe so. I didn't push it too hard there. I was just letting the car do its thing, but hopefully we could get it going here.
Is the track position going to pay off huge here, or you've got some of these guys on fresh tires directly behind you? Are you worried at all?
No, I'm not too worried. Hopefully we could do like one more pit stop, hopefully. I'm not sure. I guess I should have pitted for some fuel, but I'm not sure. We'll see here.
All right, well, hopefully this strategy works out for you, bud.
Appreciate it, Doug.
All right, that was Aiden the Kid Trevette, and now it looks like the 64 of Kevin Reed is out there. He is off pit road. We'll try and get a quick word with Kevin. Hey, Kevin, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Hey, Doug, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, man, a little bit unusual to see you struggling. Is it the tire wear, or is it something else tonight, or is it the new the pedal difficulties?
Yeah, I got a little something going on here. I just trying to iron that out. Every once in a while, I get the right line, but yeah, just was doing good on the first few laps, and then started pushing too much. And, we'll see what I can get out of this one. You know what I mean?
Yep, I do. Well, best of luck to you, buddy. Just wanted to make sure you weren't struggling too much.
Yeah, nothing I'm gonna yell about.
All right, man. Best of luck to you.
Thanks.
All right, that was Kevin Reed. You heard him say he's had some difficulties lately. As we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, his pedals are a little wonky. Fortunately, Larry Ashby is kind enough to get a new set in the mail to him, so he'll have those for next week and hopefully be back up in the top 5 as we're used to seeing. All right, looks like Aiden Trevette, JJ Parr will be on the front row this time. JJ's made quite a jump forward as well. Aiden's up 8 spots, JJ's up 6 spots. So they both are coming to the front. We'll see who's got what here. Then they've got Harley Barletta right behind him along with David Garman. Kyle Holden in 5th, Zach Henson 6th, Richie West is 7th, Stephen Gibson 8th, Jeff Hinkle 9th, and Rick Sargent rounds out the top 10. Looking at the pit strategy there, Trevette is the only one to stay out in this front group. So these guys will have a lot fresher tires than him, and no telling what's going to happen here. Pace car should be ducking off here. It is indeed. Aiden Trevette will control the restart whenever he is ready. There he goes, trying to get a good jump on Garmin. Does get a little bit of a gap on him, but those fresher tires behind him probably going to run him down pretty quickly. Meanwhile, the 55 of Harley Barletta, he's going to be the one to watch now. He is back to 5th place, coming around JJ right now. Coming out of turn 2, and he's going to be charging to the front. You heard him say he was taking it pretty easy. He would just let everybody run their own thing. Checked up whenever he could, but now he's going to have to do some battling as the 21 ducks to the inside. Stephen Gibson charging, trying to get up there to the front. And he's going to bring Richie West with him. Here comes Richie to the inside. Harley Barletta suddenly dropping back a few spots. Richie West, meanwhile, charging forward, as well as Stephen Gibson. Stephen Gibson now up to 4th. Richie West in 5th. Richie's up 8 spots, started in 13th. Aiden the Kid Trevette, oldest tires out there. He's just, we thought he would be hanging on and struggling, but he did manage to save quite a bit, he said. He is right to the back bumper of Kyle Holden right now. We'll see if he can hang on to that. Stephen Gibson has jumped up to 3rd. Garmin back to 4th. Richie West up to 4th now. Garmin back to 5th. And you know, Aiden Trevette in that 11 car, he's got to be worried now. All these fresh tires are coming for him quickly. The tire strategy might pay off in the long run. We'll see if he can hold on to it. He'll have an extra set of tires over everybody else, so that might be the advantage he has here if we start having problems later in the race. But it's been green flag the first 70 laps, except for a competition caution. Here comes Gibson to the inside in 3 and 4. Stephen Gibson, another one in the currently in the playoffs, still trying to get that first win and lock himself in. He is now up to 2nd, trying to run down the 18 of Kyle Holden. Aiden Trevette back to 3rd on those old tires. And you heard Aiden say he was not 100% sure on that strategy. We'll see if it's a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if it pays off. Stephen Gibson trying to close that 1 second gap down. Let's see what his lap times are compared to Kyle right now. And it looks like those first few laps he was a bit slower fighting his way through traffic, but now that he is clear of traffic, let's see what it says this time by. Kyle Holden's still pretty dominant up front. And Kyle Holden is turning the fastest laps. It looks like, although Steven was half a second faster that last time by. It looks like Steven, when he turns it on. Here he comes. He is definitely closing the gap. He's definitely got the draft now off the 18. And that'll help him get through there. If he can get through 3 and 4 better. 3 and 4 is the trouble spot for a lot of these drivers. But here's another one, Richie West in the number 1 car. And looks like he is still running the Munsters car this week. He is now up to 3rd, after starting in 13th. Jason Rome, we saw him go backwards a lot on that first run in the 81 car. He was charging to the front early on and then wore his tires out, it looked like. He is currently in 4th, trying to make those tires last just a little bit longer. Zach Henson up to 5th, started in 7th, trying to make his way back up. Aiden Trevette restarted after the competition caution in 1st place, now back to 6th. So his tire strategy, if he can hold on to that, it might pay off in the long run. We'll have to wait and see. Harley Barletta, the dominant car the first part of the race, now all the way back to 13th. He had lapped quite a bit of the field. Several of these cars managed to get their laps back now. Harley is falling back quickly. He is now back in 13th after leading coming to the caution. We'll have to see if he can get back up to the front. He's going to need a little help with that one, though, by the looks of it. Meanwhile, the 18 cannot get far enough away. Gibson's within a half a second now and running him down quickly. Hopefully Gibson can hold on to some of those tires, not run them off too badly. Kentucky is a very abrasive track, as we mentioned earlier. About 15 laps into a run, you're really starting to wear them out, and a lot of these guys have been out there for right at 15 laps, the ones that stopped at the competition caution. There you can see they've all been out there about 15, almost exactly 15 laps for most of them. Aiden Trevette's fall continues after he stayed out last time. Aiden Trevette now on pit road to get fresh tires. Harley Barletta, meanwhile, has picked up 2 spots. He was all the way back to 13th, now back up to 11th, and trying to run down Kevin Reed. But with Aiden the Kid Trevette pitting, he's got about 40 laps he stops at lap 80, so he's got about 40 laps left to go. He can make it from here. Some of the guys that stopped at the competition caution might not be able to, so this might actually be a really good strategy. We'll have to wait and see how it plays out. And you got to wonder why Harley has fallen so far back. I'm wondering if he's just saving tires, or if this is if he's having some kind of problem suddenly. Steven Gibson still right there within striking distance, but starting to lose a little time on the 18 car. And the 18 of Kyle Holden is definitely showing why he is the points leader so far into this season. This is race number 12 of the season. Coming into tonight, he had a 26-point lead over AJ Godsey. AJ is not here tonight, so next one back in the points would have been JJ Parr, and Kyle had a 33-point lead over JJ Parr. We have 6 regular season races left after this, followed by 4-round playoffs. So that's going to come into play as well. As we get closer to the end, some of these guys that have multiple wins, them locking in more them getting more wins prevents other people from getting locked in. There's only 4 drivers in the top 12 who do not have a win yet this season. But between 3 of the drivers that do have wins, they each have currently 2 wins. If Kyle goes on to win tonight, that would be 3 wins for him. David Garman, AJ Godsey, and Kyle Holden all have 2 wins each. And some of these guys definitely did burn up their tires. Richie West currently holding on to 3rd after starting in 13th. Quite possibly the biggest mover so far. And here's another one. Harley Barletta, as he fell all the way back to 13th. He is now back to 10th after leading the first half of the race. David Garman, who was 2nd the first half of the race, is now back in 11th, but he is starting to come back to the front with Harley as well. Barletta 13.4 seconds behind, as you see there. We'll have to see how much of that he can get back. At least one more pit stop for everybody, except for Aiden the Kid Trevette. He'll be the only one that does not need another pit stop. And as you heard in the pre-race, Richie West, you can watch him, his racing at Pizza Pepper Racing there in the bottom right-hand corner, or Pizza Pepper Gaming, excuse me. You can watch him race several times throughout the week. He does a lot of different stuff throughout the week, so definitely check him out. And a huge shout-out to all of the sponsors for this season. We've had some great ones. We've had Harley Barletta's band, The Ill. We've had Boogity Motorsports, Mike Smith, who does some paint schemes, and several other sponsors throughout this season to help keep the league running. So huge shout out to everybody. Kyle Holden continues to lead and starting to open up a fairly decent gap. Rick Sargent, not sure what happened. Rick seems to be fine, but we had a little bit of a warning thing pop up here that something was up with Rick. He looks fine now. I have to keep an eye on him for a minute. He is up to 7th after starting in 12th. Haven't talked about him much tonight, but he's one that is moving to the front as well. Kellen Mitchner, one of the drivers of the BRR GT team. We looked at him earlier in the race. He was way back mired in about 15th place, now up to 9th. And again, just a huge shout out to those guys for in the 12 Hours of Sebring. They finished 9th in class, 23rd overall. That is a great performance by that group of guys. So huge shout out to Kellen, Dave, and Graham. Really wish I had been racing with them, but Team 2 had to fold due to technical difficulties. So David was able to merge back, and Mike Smith is showing he is on pit road now. Aiden Trevette back off of pit road after his later pit stop. He stopped at lap 80. Currently 1 lap down to the leaders, but he is starting to come back through the field, and he will not have to stop again. So the kid's strategy may end up paying off if he can save a little bit of tires. Kellen Mitchner now coming to pit road. So now we're seeing the green flag pit stops going. Scotty Too Hotty Snodgrass on pit road. About 26, 27 laps to go. We're starting to see a large group of these cars that are middle to the back of the pack starting to hit pit road. See if their strategy can pay off, picking up some positions here while they have the opportunity and they have fresh tires, while guys like Kyle Holden stay out there. The 24 Zach Henson now on pit road. JJ Parr also on pit road. Now the question becomes, how soon do the leaders come to pit road? This is about to get really interesting. Justin Glover in the chat. Hey, buddy. I expect to see Mr. Glover up in the Cup Series next season. He put on a great show in the trucks last night for his first truck race, so good job. Steven Gibson gives up his spot in second now to go to pit road. Now you really have to wonder, Kyle Holden and Richie West, will they try and stretch it? Kyle Holden comes to pit road. He is going to give up the lead, come to pit road for fresh tires. Aiden Trevette's got to be loving this. Richie West is going to assume the lead. He stays out. Rick Sargent, Matt Johnston on pit road. Steven Gibson on pit road. Harley Barletta back on pit road. Harley had worked his way back up to 7th and now going to pit road. Strategy is starting to get really interesting here. There's going to be a lot. Once the green flag lap's complete, we'll take another look at the pit strategy and just see what's going on here, who's got what. Scott Snodgrass in the 22. He is going around leader Richie West, trying to reclaim his lead. Aiden the Kid Trevette stopped at lap 80. Here we are just before lap 100. He gave up. He had restarted in first, dropped back to 10th, went to pit road, and now back up to 5th. Question is going to be, how much tire does he have left? Richie West gives up the lead, comes to pit road. Aiden the Kid Trevette will get his lap back. Hinkle is on pit road. Jason Rome looks like is going to assume the lead. That's going to put Aiden Trevette back on the lead lap in the 11 car and in 4th. And probably picking up 2nd and 3rd here. So now the question is, can the lone Canadian, can he make it from here? Zach Henson making a move there past Kevin Reed. Kevin is now back up currently in 8th, 1 lap down, but he is trying to reclaim some spots. He has not come to pit road. Jason Rome out there in the lead. Aiden Trevette 2nd. Kyle Holden back off of pit road in 3rd. Steven Gibson 4th. Zach Henson 5th. Looking at the pit strategy right now, that's what it looks like. Trevette's been out there for about 19 laps on his tires. Jason Rome's been out there for 35 laps on his. Everybody else has pitted in the last 5 laps. Except for Richie West is on pit road currently. And if you need some entertainment on a Saturday night, you can check out the BRR Truck Series, which is broadcast on BRR Motorsports on Facebook. Or you can watch My In-Car live right here. And then you can watch My In-Car for the BRR High Speed Series. And both the BRR Trucks and High Speed Series have openings for drivers right now. Starting in the trucks, and you can work your way up to the Cup Series here on Sunday nights. And of course, don't forget to check out the HTSAI Friday Fun League. No points, just a lot of goofing off and having a lot of fun. Each driver, each member of the league gets to pick. Oh, the 81 gets way loose coming off of 2. Jason Rome got on the brakes. I'm not sure what happened there, but He was right down on the apron. Got a little squirrely, got on the brakes, manages to recover. Kyle Holden in second, still quite a ways back. Aiden Trevette has fallen to fourth. Harley Barletta is currently back there in 12th, picking up positions pretty quickly now. Jason Rome maintains the lead for the moment. And of course, don't forget to tune in tomorrow night for the Dirt Series. They will start at 7:30 Eastern. And this week is the Spring Nationals, so a lot of different stuff coming this week. Tuesday night, we will have the XCal Street Stocks from Oxford. That's going to be crazy. And with seasons ending, we're still trying to figure out what all is going to be happening on Wednesday nights, but definitely looking forward to that. I do know we're going to have a new GT series starting, so a little bit of road racing at 7:30 Eastern on Wednesdays. And Jason Rome, I know he's been out there on the tires, his old tires for a while. He is definitely a lot slower. And you got to think some of that is due to that incident a couple of laps ago. Let's take a look at his lap times. You can see Kyle Holden. Some of that's due to the old tires. Some of that's due to the incident he had a few moments ago. You can see Kyle Holden is 2.3 seconds faster a lap some laps. But with 15 laps to go, Jason Rome is in the lead. We'll see if he can hold on to it. If he's got enough fuel and enough tires to hold if he can keep Holden behind him. There we go. Let's see if Jason can lock himself into the playoffs here tonight. $14 laps to go as Larry Ashby comes back by. We'll go through the field one last time. Jason Rome currently in the lead by 5 seconds. Kyle Holden back in second, trying to run him down with 13 laps to go. Steven Gibson in the 21 car there, currently in third. Zach Henson in the 24 up to fourth. Richie West still up in the top 5, got fifth going. Aiden Trevette in sixth in the 11 car. Slightly different tire strategy from some of these guys. We'll see if he can maintain that position, maybe pick up 1 or 2 spots, get a top 5 out of it. Kellen Mitchner, he has been steadily charging forward all night. He is up to 7th. Matt Johnston currently running 8th. Jeff Hinkle is in 9th. Rick Sargent back to 10th. Harley Barletta, the dominant car the first half of this race, now in 11th. David Dirt Devil Garman back to 12th. Kevin Reed has recovered a couple of spots after dropping way back earlier. He is now 13th in the Finelli Ironworks car. J.J. Parr in the 15 is currently in 14th. Larry Ashby 15th. Mike Smith of Boogity Motorsports in 16th. And you can check out his stream, and he does some great paint jobs. I know that if you watched the truck race last night, you would have seen a Marine Corps truck driven by Justin Glover with a Purple Heart on the side of it. That was painted by Mike Smith, so boogity boogity, buddy. Bill Percy currently running in 17th. A little bit of a surprise. Bill is usually really good at these tracks. I'm surprised to see him so far back tonight. Scotty Too Hottie Snodgrass. I know he's been busy a lot lately, not getting as much practice as he normally does, and you can tell it's affecting him, but I look forward to seeing him charging back to the front in the next couple of weeks. And Nicole, that's what she said, Creasel, also struggling a bit here tonight. She is in 19th. And we've got a battle going for the lead, although I don't think it's going to be much of a battle. The 18 of Kyle Holden comes around the 81 of Jason Rome and just takes off. Of course, Jason has been out there on those tires a lot longer. And you can see Jason got way up almost into the wall that last time by. Mike Smith is going to come back by. Jason's just holding on to the end at this point. Looks like he is struggling with the handling. It's gone away quite a bit. Let's see how long he has been out there. At this point, Rome has been out there for 47 laps on those tires. I think that's one of the longest runs we've seen tonight. And you see in 6th place, Aiden the Kid Trevette, 32 laps on those tires versus everybody else at about 17 to 19. Eight laps to go. Kyle Holden up at the front and starting to open up a bit of a lead. Stephen Gibson is currently second, Jason Rome third, Zach Henson fourth. Richie West currently in fifth, holding on to fifth. Aiden Trevette, different tire strategy, back in sixth. Of course, Jason Rome is on the longest tire strategy, and a top three here tonight would definitely help Jason. In fact, let me take a look at BRRpoints.com. Jason Rome is currently 16th in points, but he is not that far out. So if he can hold on to that third place right now that he has, he might pick up quite a few points here tonight and might be able to get up there and see if he can get into the top 12. Meanwhile, Stephen Gibson has now moved up to second. Zach Henson now moved up to third. Jason is just trying to hold on. He's now back to fourth. Richie West currently still in fifth. Aiden the Kid Trevette holding on to sixth. Richie West has passed Jason Rome, now up into fourth. Jason back to fifth. 4 laps to go. Harley Barletta back to 11th after being the dominant car the first half of this race. The second half has definitely not gone the way he wanted. We'll have to find out what happened there after that competition caution, but he's just gone backwards. As Kyle Holden gets into the wall, you can tell those tires are starting to wear out. Kyle was pushing really hard earlier in the race, got into the wall as he was charging towards the front. Looks like the car's going away a little bit. 3 laps to go. He's just got to hold on to it, though. Stephen Gibson about a half a straightaway behind. It's going to take a lot for Gibson to get up there and catch him. And Henson almost a half a lap behind. 13 cars on the lead lap at the moment. Kyle Holden, a 3-second lead over Stephen Gibson. 2 laps to go. Here comes Holden to put Scotty Too Hottie another lap down. We'll see if he can get caught up here. And yes, indeed, it did all come down to tires. We saw Kyle Holden take it fairly easy in this in the first half of this run, and it definitely paid off. He saved the tires. He's run away from everybody. Coming through 3 and 4, final lap. He is coming to the checkered flag to get his 3rd win of the season. Little loose coming off turn 4, but he makes it to the start-finish line. And it is Kyle Holden for the win. Stephen Gibson comes home second. Zach Henson third. Richie West fourth. Aiden Trevette is fifth. Hinkle sixth. Rick Sargent is seventh. Matt Johnston eighth. Kellen Mitchner is ninth. Harley Barletta manages to recover for a 10th place finish. David Dirt Devil Garmin 11th. JJ Parr is 12th. Jason Rome dropped all the way back to 13th. Couldn't make those tires last long enough. Those were all the cars on the lead lap. Then you've got Mike Smith in 14th, Bill Percy, then Kevin Reed, Larry Ashby, Scotty Too Hottie Snodgrass, and Nicole Kriesel rounding out the field. And here comes the celebration. Kyle's going to get a little help there from the 21 car. All right, let's talk to our winner. Hey, Kyle, this is Doug in the booth. You got me, buddy?
Hey, Doug, what's going on?
Man, you are the first 3-time winner of the season. Looks like you're smoking them tires pretty good. Congratulations.
Oh, thanks, Doug. I was just saving out there and then hoping, and I killed the tires at the end of the run, so I was hoping Steven wasn't going to be able to get me there, but that was a lot of fun, a lot of close racing.
Yeah, it was. And on that last restart, you didn't really come charging to the front. You were pretty patient that last run and just waited for the lead pretty much to come back to you.
Oh, yeah, to be honest, I didn't really think I had anything for Harley or David, but looks like their tires just kind of fell off, and I was just trying to save the entire time to hopefully get a decent run out of it, but it ended up working out for us in the end.
Well, congratulations, buddy. That was definitely a great win tonight.
Oh, thank you, man. You have a great night.
You too, bud.
Thanks.
All right, let's see if we can talk to Steven Gibson, who comes home second place tonight. Let's see if I can find him. There he is. Hey, Steven, this is Doug in the booth. You got me, buddy? Hey, Steven, this is Doug. You got me? Steven, this is Doug in the booth. You got me? It looks like he might be having mic issues, but let's talk to Aiden the Kid Trevette right quick. Hey, Aiden, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Got you, Doug.
Hey, man, not a bad finish. Came home fifth, but your tire strategy, you went in at lap 80, and you could have made it gone the distance, it looked like, but you went ahead and did another stop. So were you happy with the strategy, or you wish you'd pitted when everybody else did?
Pretty happy. I thought I was gonna get run away from all the other guys, but I'm kind of glad.
Yeah, you managed to hold on to a top 3 position on that restart. You had 20 laps more on your tires than everybody else, but man, you held on to that top 3 for a very long time.
Yeah, I was trying. Just glad it fell this way, because it happens. Holy crap. I don't know how I ran that.
Well, congratulations, man. You still came home great. Good job, buddy.
Thank you, Doug.
All right, let's talk to Richie West. Hey, Richie, this is Doug. You got me, buddy?
10-4, bud. I got you.
Hey, man. A 4th place finish, but you had starting 13th, you worked your way up pretty quickly and then managed to hold on that top 5 most of the night. You had a fast car.
Yeah, I can't complain. The car was hooked up, man. I almost would have rather seen that not get a competition caution, because I think it would have worked even more into my favor. But yeah, the car was on rails, man. It was a nice setup for sure.
Well, congratulations, dude. That was a great finish. You came home 4th, and I checked the points just a little bit ago, and I do believe you're going to pick up a couple of spots and be a lot closer to that top 12.
That makes me so happy, man. I've had a kind of an up and down year, a decent start with the first race, and then kind of through the beginning to middle half, just some bad luck, and now I've been really putting it together here at the end. So I'm just excited to try to be able to dig myself out of the hole that I put myself in.
All right, man. Congratulations. Again, a great run, buddy.
Much, Doug. Have a good one.
All right, we will try and reach Steven Gibson one more time. Hey, Steven, this is Doug in the booth. You got me? Hey, Steven, this is Doug. You got me?
Hey, when we watch this, you better have thanked your teammates. We finished 1, 2, 3, baby. Should have been like,
Hey, Steven, it's Doug.
Oh, what's up? Oh, what's up, Doug? I didn't even know you were in here.
I'm not. I pulled you up to do a quick interview with you.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know. I walked away.
It's all good, dude. 2nd place finish, but you came charging on. Did you have anything for Kyle if you had a few more laps?
Nah, I think Kyle had it the entire time. He was just better at saving the tires instead of me. I had a pretty good car. Figured I could finish in the top 5, but happy with a second place finish. That's all I can ask for.
Hey, and Kyle did not thank his team. Do you want to?
It's all right. It's all right. I'll talk to him when I get there. Sorry, we'll be right back in the chat.
All right, man. Congratulations, buddy.
All right, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
All right, that was second place Stephen Gibson. As you heard, some of them had to run away and whatnot, but great race by everybody tonight. Definitely one heck of a show. The way everything played out, tires were definitely the biggest thing tonight, and Kyle Holden definitely saved him. Patient all night and had a great run here tonight. So for everybody at BRR and here at HTSAI, thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget, tomorrow morning we will have the podcast out with the weekly iRacing schedule. Tomorrow night we'll be back with some dirt track racing at 7:30 Eastern. And then Tuesday night we'll have the XCal Street Stocks from Oxford. And as I've mentioned a few times, that race is going to be just insane. Really looking forward to seeing what those guys have for it this week. And Wednesday night we'll have some new stuff going on as well. So a lot to look forward to this week. Thank you for tuning in, and y'all have a great night.